Okay, so we are back in the studio. We've actually been back in the studio for a little while now, and I have been feeling a bit drowsy from some medication that I just started, but we will fight on. As per the course, there's some things that we need to go over. So, anyways, we are back. I had to pause the video for a little bit, and we are back live. Pardon all of that. So I had just told about my recent setbacks and my mental state, particularly in me feeling drowsy this past week. And so I have a few things to catch up on. Anyways, I will have some updating to do in regards to the channel we have here, so about some astrological transits I have been facing for quite a while now. For one, I've had some major Mars transits, which may actually bring some positive changes in regards to my mood and energy state and just general vibration, particularly with the first quadrant of my chart, which includes Saturn, my South Node, and natal Mars. Although transit Mars has not hit my natal Mars just yet, since the last transit of Mars to natal, so we will see. After doing some meditation and spell work to reveal the source of my problems in regards to my health, it turned out that there were two main sources of my issues, one being that I was under attack from quite a few people, and these low-level attacks have been stacking up over the years. One of them knows me personally, and the rest are just kind of shotgunning in a general direction. Suppressive fire in a general direction. With that being said, in regards to the one that was attacking me personally, I was able to bind and then eventually do a freezer spell, along with a couple of sigils to bind them up, which is not necessarily baneful magic per se, since I am simply protecting. As for the ones shotgunning and doing their suppressive fire, I've just had some general protection thrown up, but we'll keep doing this protection magic, as the transits have not been nice either. Which is my second source, which was also as expected, as I know I have been under some pretty heavy transits, particularly in regards to Venus and Saturn. Now I know Venus is pretty fast moving, but it just happens to be in time with other aspects and transits which have made things difficult over the past year and a half. Which then gets me to another point that I want to make, and that is, well, which might just end up being the point of this video. We'll have to see. There are those in the know, and even those that are not in the know, who have an agenda, and if you happen to cross paths or be an obstacle to said agenda, you might just end up catching some flack and strays. It does happen. Now, I wouldn't say that everyone has an agenda, although everyone does have a purpose, which are not one and the same. Agendas are deliberate and planned, having a Saturnine essence to them. And when I mean that not everyone has an agenda, I don't mean that not everyone has plans. Sure, everyone has plans, but they're not really coordinated. They just kind of make them up on the fly, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you have to be adaptable. Purposes are more solar in nature, as they are to be moved towards regardless of limitations and obstacles. In fact, they are to be pursued in the face of limitations and obstacles. I am pursuing and going towards and working on my divine purpose by giving out the information that I have learned, channeled, and received over the years. And mind you, I'm giving out the bare minimum, as there are some things which are just not meant to be revealed to the masses. There is a time and place for everything. As for the magical and psychic attacks I have been under, I will admit that I was not completely innocent all the time and have taken some responsibility for egging some people on and feeding some people negative energy. And I don't mean that as in I was being negative, as in I was just feeding the energy that they want to convert into negative energy, my energy that is transmutated. And that's something that I will have to get into later on. That's kind of what everything has been priming for these past 6 months. So yeah, by the way, happy 6 months anniversary to this channel and all of our wonderful viewers, even those that hate me and talk shit about me, because you're still watching my videos. Now, every force is met with an equal and opposite force. Mind you, things can add up over time. It's just not the things we did yesterday or even a year ago that come around now. They can be from past lifetimes even. This does tie into the impromptu video I made on spiritual warfare about a month ago. I know time flies. It feels like just yesterday that I made that video. Anyways, I think we'll see each other next time, and take care.